Welcome back, everybody, to another deep dive with us.
Always a pleasure.
And today we're going to be looking at something that, we all know about. We all went through it.
Yep.
That's right, education.
Everyone's an expert.
Yeah, but as always, we're going to try to go a little deeper. And today we're going to be comparing two systems in particular.
Right.
And I think it's going to be a very interesting discussion.
I think so too.
So we're going to be comparing the education systems of India and China. And our guide for this journey is going to be a YouTube video by Mohawk Mongol.
Okay.
And the title is pretty, I don't know if provocative is the right word, but it's Why India Failed, but China Succeeded.
Yeah. That's definitely a strong statement for sure.
So we're going to be taking a look at that and seeing, what his arguments are and just kind of going from there and seeing what we can learn, what insights we can get.
Yeah. It's interesting because both these countries, they have ancient roots, long histories of, really valuing education
Right.
and scholarship, but they've taken very different paths, especially in more modern times.
Right. And I think even just the way you describe them as kind of having these ancient roots, I think already people's minds are going in a certain direction.
Yeah.
But I think we'll find out that it's not quite what people might be expecting.
I think so too.
So the video's main argument is that India took a more top-down approach,
Okay.
whereas China took a more bottom-up approach. And this really shaped the way that their countries, their societies developed.
Yes.
So I guess before we get too far, can you explain what those terms actually mean, top-down, bottom-up, when it comes to education?
Yeah. So top down is the idea that you focus on higher education.
Yeah, okay.
You create a smaller number of extremely skilled individuals.
Right.
And that kind of filters down throughout the society. So
Oh, no.
a lot of investment goes into the top tier, so to speak, and then bottom up is more about spreading basic literacy, making sure everybody has a certain level of education.
So it's like building the foundation.
Oh, exactly, yeah. Building that broad base, and then things kind of grow up from there.
Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah. And so to really understand how these approaches played out,
Yeah.
I think it helps to go back in time a bit, before the British colonized India.
Okay.
They had a very different system called the Gurukul system.
So this is before, kids were sitting in rows with a teacher at the front of the classroom.
Yeah, it was nothing like that.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was a much more holistic approach.
Okay.
The Gurukul system was residential,
Okay.
so students would actually live with their guru often for many years.
Interesting. So it's like almost like an apprenticeship in a way.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. You're really immersed in the learning process.
Right. It's not just book learning.
Exactly. And they would learn everything from the Vedas to philosophy,
Okay.
astronomy, martial arts, really a wide range of subjects.
So very different from our kind of